Hey creators! Today, we're going to create a pretty cool spinning carousel in Figma, just like this. And trust me, I know it looks complicated, but it's actually really easy to make. This is Know How Academy.
So let's get started right away on how we can make this in Figma. First of all, we'll choose a theme. For example, I've chosen game character cards. You can choose anything you like. You can make a product card, a presentation card, or even a row or an e-commerce application. So first of all, I need images. Since my theme is a game character card, I need some game character images for it. For this, I'll use some websites like Unsplash, Pexels, or if you can't, find the images you need. There, you can also use some AI image generators like MidJourney or the ChatGPT image generator. Once all your assets are ready, open Figma, create a new page, and let's make a frame in it. To create a frame, you can press F or click on the frame option below and then select according to your needs. For example, you can choose desktop for a website. If you're designing for a phone, there are plenty of dimensions available for that too. So now we've chosen our frame. For this, we'll select a background color. I'll choose black. Now, to design this game character, we need some elements. For example, I had already created some elements, so I'm going to use those. And you can create such elements manually, or you can also go to websites like Freepik and download them from there. Since I've already created these, I'll just drag and drop them. I'll drag it inside my frame. You can see here that there's a kind of gradient, some design like a texture. If you want similar textures for your other elements, just right-click. Click on Plugins. Then click on Manage Plugins. And search for Noise and Texture. And add it to your layer. There are a lot of options for textures here. Plus, there are even options for animated textures. So let's move forward. We'll add more elements to this. I've already created a lot of pieces here. You can either make them yourself or download them from a website. Since our basic frame is ready, now I'll add more details to it. First, I'll import my character into this. To import any image, you can press Ctrl plus Shift plus K, or you can go to the left side, panel, and click on the Figma icon at the top. Select File, and you can also click on Place Image, and we'll import all our characters. Now we'll choose our first character and insert it into this card. Some details about this character, for example, the name, and some just random details. You can add anything you want to this. Suppose you have a product or something for an e-commerce card. Then you can add the product details here. To make this a bit more dynamic and cool, we'll add some more details. For example, its strengths, weaknesses, and progress bars. Now we'll add a barcode to this. And we'll name it Protocol. Now we'll go to our first card. And for reference, we'll draw a circle and an ellipse so that all the characters are perfectly aligned and positioned. We'll draw the ellipse. Our main character will stay in the center, and our side characters will be at the top and bottom. So at the top, we'll have the character that's going to appear next, and at the bottom, the one that was previous. Next on top, and previous one on bottom. And we will make 2 more such cards. copy and paste this, and make 2 more cards. Now, check it. The basic layout is ready. We'll add a main element to it. We're going to create a button. Next. If you want arrows like these, you can go to Assets. And there in the Material Kit UI, you can use arrows and many other elements. From there as well. Now we'll go to the second card. And there, we'll add the same arrow, but here, we'll add another arrow to go to the previous card, like a right arrow for the next card and a left arrow for the previous one. And we'll do the same, copy and paste it in card 3. Now, to enhance this card, we'll add a few more elements, like some circles and some more elements. So now, all 3 of my cards are ready. Now, let's move on to the final phase, which is prototyping, which is the most important part for animation. So go to your right side panel and click on Prototype. First of all, there's the spinning animation. So we want that when we click our button, the second character enters by spinning in. So for that, first, we'll go to this next button and link it to our next card. And we'll set up our interaction. On click, navigate to End Animation S. We'll choose Smart Animate and Curve. Gentle. Here you can also preview below how the animation will look. And we'll increase our duration size a bit. Let's say to 2000. So it will spin in slowly. Now, in the same way, we'll go to the second card. And we'll link the left arrow to card 1. We'll keep all the same interactions here as well. You can see that all the interactions are already the same. And the right side arrow is pointing out. We'll link that to the next card. And we'll keep the interactions the same for this as well. So now the buttons on our card 1 and card 2 are linked from the second card. We'll now move to the next card. And here too, we'll link the left side arrow to the previous one and the right side arrow to the next card, whichever one we want to come. Next, and all the interactions will be the same as well. So basically, we've linked all the buttons to all the cards and set up all the interactions. So, first of all, we'll go to our first card and add a flow there. Basically, for the starting point, you can go to the right side. Here is the flow starting point. Basically, the flow starting point is where our first animation will begin. So we'll click on Add here and give it a name. Now, you can preview it in 2 ways. You can see here that on card 1, there's a spinning card option with a flow icon. We'll click on it to preview, as you can see. So now we'll press this button. And now you can see how the next character spins in. This is called a spinning animation. We'll click the next button again. Let's try clicking the previous button once. So our spinning animation is ready if you want. You can also preview it through the Present button at the top of the right side panel. So we saw how, By using prototype and interaction, we can create a spinning animation in Figma. Thank you for choosing Know-How Academy as your source of IT knowledge. If you have any doubts about this video, you can go to the comment section of this video and ask your questions so we can help you solve them.